Hello and welcome back to the Icons of Sin. Me and Chris are back. How are you, Chris?
I'm okay. A little bit sunburnt, but
It's so hot.
nothing too bad.
I don't know if this fan's getting picked up on Streamlabs, but if it is, I'm sorry, but I've got to have something on. It's just so hot.
Turned my fan off because I've got a small one that goes on my desk and it points directly at me, so the microphone. So I've turned mine off for the moment.
Yeah, my fan's pointing directly at my back, but it's from across the room, and I'm in front of my microphone, so I think it's okay. But
I can't hear it.
No, and plus Streamlabs gets rid of a bit of background noise as well, so we'll be fine. You know, it's either that or not do the show because it's too on.
Yeah.
So, that's the options. But anyway, how have you been?
I've been pretty good. I
Yeah?
obviously went out for the first time in quite a while because I don't really leave the house unless I have to. And
No, but every now and again, it's nice to socialise, isn't it? Down at the Harbour Fest.
Yeah. Dressed as a pirate, of course.
A big harbour festival once a year in Bristol, to those who are not from Bristol. And it's, it's all right. It's getting less and less about the actual boats these days, but is what it is, and nice weather for it. So, why not?
Yeah, I mean, well, it's fucking like 29 degrees now. Jesus.
Dude, I was out this morning, went out for a run, early, and it was hot, and then I went out to car boot sale down in Clifton, and that was about 8 o'clock this morning, and I'm not kidding you, it felt like middle of the day summer heat at like 8 a.m. So I was like, today's gonna be brutal, and I think tomorrow's getting even worse, isn't it? Isn't like tomorrow and Tuesday like insane temperatures? Is that up to like 35 or something?
The weather app now, I've just checked, tomorrow is about 38 degrees.
That is what, in Bristol?
Yes.
That's insane, because I'd heard it was going to get up to about 40 in London, but yeah, 38, Jesus Christ.
Well, London holds all the heating because of the big buildings. There's not much wind.
I mean, urban areas always do.
Well, it's going to get up to 30 today, apparently.
Yeah, 30, yeah, I'm not surprised.
Well, we're at like 29 now, so we're not far off.
We're not far off, but
Monday is going to be up to like 38, 39. Tuesday is going to be up to about 35, it says.
Well, everybody take care, because
luckily I have
temperatures.
Luckily I have
dog ice cream. Have you got dog ice cream?
No, I don't. But we just give her ice cubes.
Oh, does she love playing with the ice cubes?
Oh yeah, but not. Don't give her too much because it's bad for them because they got it helps regulate their heat.
Yeah,
but
you need to kind of regulate it for them at that point.
Yeah, but if you give them too many ice cubes, it kind of like fucks with their ability to regulate their own heat. So,
okay, I didn't know that.
She can have two ice cubes a day.
Okay, I bet she enjoys it though.
Oh yeah, we put it in her water and wait until she notices, and then she just takes it out, plays with it, and just crunches it. But, been getting up early to take her on walks, and then can't take her on a walk because it's way too hot until 9-10 p.m. So during the day, she's just like, "This is walk time." I'm like, "I can't, baby. I'm sorry."
Today. Not today. It's not. But yeah. Anyway, this is a video game podcast where we talk about video games and. What have you been playing, Chris? Because you were specifically you had something you really wanted to talk about today. So kick us off.
Well, a few new games. 'Cause I think we talked about the Cycle Frontier on my live stream. Yeah, we didn't talk about it on the Icons. But yeah, I've got into that because it was free and it looked pretty cool. It's kind of like a third-person survival crafting game, set on some weird sci-fi planet, but it's like PvP and also PvE, so you can bump into people in the world. Some of them are nice, some of them are dicks that are massively high level and shoot you when you're on your first mission.
Yeah, I mean
which is kind of annoying.
That's kind of the problem with online games in general, but yeah.
But it's really fun. It's like a survival crafting third-person sci-fi shooter. It's
Is it
It's
third? I
actually
thought it was
really.
first person. Can you swap? I might be thinking of a different game.
No, now you're having me question it. I
It
believe it's
may be.
third
It may
person.
be both. I'm not sure. The game I saw was similar. It's on an like an alien world, and it's like a mining game slash
Are you on
shooting.
about No Man's Sky?
No, that's not multiplayer, or not like this. This was
Like,
like an MMO shooter slash.
um,
Yeah, maybe it's a
it
different
might.
game. It just sounds
No,
very similar.
no, I got confused with the other game I'm playing. No, yeah, the Cycle Frontier is first person.
That is the one I was thinking of. That looks really cool. I saw a trailer for that. I think I said to you when you popped over. I was like, I saw a trailer for that not the other day. It was like literally a couple of days ago, and I was really impressed with it. It looks really cool. I'm looking forward to giving that a go.
Yeah, it's free. Give it a go.
I know.
It's a lot of fun.
It's so nice when we're in this kind of era of, most of them are shite, but occasionally you get these free games that are awesome, and then you just go play them. It's great. I love it. So
Yeah,
how many
it's
hours
like
have you put into that?
I've only put about 6 in because I
Mhm.
got back into MapleStory.
Oh, cool. That's not what I thought you were going to say.
What do you think I was going to say?
Well, I saw you were streaming Elden Ring again the other day.
Oh yeah, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's strange. I thought I would have put more hours into Elden Ring, but
You'll get there in the end, I'm sure.
yeah, it's like I enjoy the game. I absolutely love it, and I think I ruined it for myself by I played it through solo and didn't like record it, and now going back, I'm like, well, I already know like everything, but
Yeah.
I was just feeling like I wanted to record, but didn't want to record, so I put a status out on Facebook going, Elden Ring stream, yeah, nah, and people were like, yeah, so I was like, all right, let's stream it then.
And you got back into MapleStory.
Yeah,
You're back on the MapleStory again.
well, it's because I've been listening to a lot of those like D&D podcasts,
Hmm.
and I was like, you know what, I really want to like play a cleric, and I was like, oh, I could do that on MapleStory, so I reinstalled it and absolutely grinded the shit out of it for the past week, and my new character is now a level 135 cleric with fucking amazing abilities, and I'm absolutely loving it.
Nice. One of these days, I will come and play MapleStory because it looks super cute. I really love the art style, and it looks really good fun.
You really should, because when you eventually download it, because it is also free, let me know. I will create a new character and we can start from the beginning together.
Sounds good. Does it have like a fun plot to it?
There is a big like overarching plot about like the black mage who was imprisoned but is now like breaking out.
Oh,
but
boy.
there is that's like the main quest, should I say? But there is like hundreds, even thousands of quests you can just like pick up and go do, and they've expanded it actually. There's some new areas. There's some new classes since last time I played. Like you can be like a soul archer, like a dragon knight, and just some weird magic that's just not like a normal mage. It's probably about like 20 different classes now.
That's really cool. Have you played any of the new classes since coming back, or are you just sticking to what you know for now?
I've got a soul archer character, which is really cool. Obviously, you got this like weird like soul bow that just kind of magically appears, and you shoot like magical arrows, and you get some really cool abilities. Like I've got like arrow flurry and stuff like that, where you can just pull down like a storm of arrows in one place. But my other characters, obviously, cleric is one of the original characters that you could be. Is just grouped into a bunch called explorers. You could be a magician, thief, warrior, archer. I think there was another one, but I can't remember. And obviously, when you get to level 10, you pick your class. Like you go to a certain city that specializes in that and become. Like me, I became a magician.
Mm-hmm.
And then when you get to level 30, for your second job, you have another set of classes with different skills that you can go into. There's, for magician, there is cleric, there is Fire and Poison Wizard or Ice and Lightning.
Nice.
So I went for Cleric, which is like a lot. There is a lot of healing spells. There's a lot of like buffs, but just the holy magic is insane. Because now I've got to my 4th job advancement. Because you get it's level 10 first job, level 30 second job, level 70 for your 3rd job, and like level 100 for your 4th.
Right.
And you get a new set of skills each time.
Oh, cool.
So you can still use your old skills, but obviously the skills get better and better and better.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm 4th level. I've got this big AoE attack. It takes like almost a minute to cool down, but because it's a platformer, like if I stand on one of the middle platforms in the map and hit this attack, it attacks a platform above where I'm on and below with like 15 pillars of holy magic that do insane damage.
Nice.
It's actually going to record some Maple Story later.
Oh, well, yeah, there we go. So look out for that on Chong Games.
Yeah, I was thinking of recording like from level 1, and then I just got really into it, and now I'm like level 130. So like, okay, we'll still record. Why not? Because I'm doing some of the like high level boss dungeons. Like you're supposed to go in with a party of about 4. I'm just fucking soloing them.
Well, we can. You can always record when I join and you start a new character. Then, so you know.
Yeah, I still got to record like
Yeah.
Some just random videos.
And,
why not?
Of course, you finished all of... I think you've got to the end of our Forest playthrough now, so we need to get back on that soon.
I think so. There might be... How many videos have I put up?
You posted a lot. I'm assuming you must be near the end.
Wait, it was like... We played for almost like 2 hours, didn't we?
Oh, yeah, something like
2.5 hours?
2.5 hours, yeah.
So I've done...
I feel like we must be getting near the end.
Hour and a half.
Oh, okay.
So,
we've got a while to go yet. That's good.
Still some... You just reminded me. I need to fucking start editing again.
But yeah, we'll get back into the Forest as well. I need to reinstall it, but other than that...
Yeah, but I'm excited to get you in on Maple Story. That'll be a lot of fun.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to Maple Story. Looking forward to more of the Forest. Had some Steam issues this weekend, so had to uninstall Steam. It's fine. I've got most things reinstalled. Just games that I'm not actively playing, like the Forest. I'm like, I need to reinstall that. I need to remember to reinstall it because eventually you'll message me and be like, "Hey, let's go play the Forest again," and I'll be like, "Oh yeah, I haven't got it installed." So I need to get.
Yeah, no, I uninstalled a few games because I was like, I haven't touched it for months.
There's no point
taking up space.
Yeah, definitely. What else have you been playing, or is that it? Frontier and Maple Story.
I've been playing CROWZ.
What is CROWZ?
It's a third-person multiplayer tactical shooter.
Okay.
I don't know. I saw an advert for it on before a YouTube video, and I don't normally pay attention to them, but I thought it was like an advert for like a new Call of Duty game, so I was like, oh, I'll give it a look. And it looked really cool, and then I found out it was free to play. So yeah, it's good. It's a lot less hectic than Call of Duty, but the problem I've been running into is there's not a lot of people playing the game. So sometimes you can be in a lobby for like half an hour waiting for players.
Oh, that's not good. Oh, it's CROWZ with a Z. I see.
Yeah, but yeah, when you actually get into a game, it's really cool. You're in squads. Oops, what did I press there? You're in squads, and either you've got capture and hold objectives or stuff like that. But it's really cool. I like the graphics. They're not super modern, but Call of Duty standards, but they're not really bad. They're kind of in the middle, so it's just I quite like it for some reason. The graphics is not what people expect from a modern game. They expect the highest. But for a free to play game, it's really good, and I quite like the third person. I don't normally like third person games, but
it depends on the game.
Because I'm new to shooters on keyboard and mouse. For some reason, it feels easier from the third person.
You get a wider view, don't you? So your field of view is wider in the third person. That's why most people playing DayZ. They'll play third person until they shoot, and then they switch to first. So they switch between the two. Because in third person, you've got a wider field of view because you're further back from the character. You can see more around you, and then go to first person when you want to,
see,
aim.
this is where CROWZ got it right, because when you click to aim down the iron sights, you go to first person.
Yeah, most games, a lot of games do that. Ghost Recon's done that for years and years. It's definitely the way to go. I think that switching between the two.
Yeah, but yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's a good game. I just wish more people would play it, so I don't have to spend half hour in the lobby.
Yeah, that kind of sucks, but hopefully it'll pick up. I think it's relatively new. I think it came out 2021. Looking at Steam.
Did it?
So yeah. Well, that's why I don't know anything about it, so I just quickly looked it up. So it looks reasonably new. Hopefully it'll pick up and you'll get more players. Especially if they're advertising online now.
Yeah, well, that's like I don't normally watch adverts. If I can skip them, I will.
I always skip them. In fact,
but
usually
occasionally
I mute them as well out of spite because I'm so sick of YouTube adverts. YouTube is like 90% advert, 10% content now, and I'm so sick of it.
Usually I skip, but then like this one, just something caught my eye. I was like, you know what, I'm gonna.
Do you know the thing that annoys me the most about YouTube ads, as an aside? It's not that there's adverts all the fucking time. I mean, that is kind of annoying. But it's the fact that it's only ever the same, like, 2 or 3 adverts repeated over and over again for months before they switch to something else. Like, like at least if they were varied, that would be something. But I've seen the same adverts so many times now. Like, I don't know what they hope to gain from it anymore. But I haven't had an advert for CROWZ. Otherwise, maybe I'd be playing it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's because of the content I watch or something, because it's mainly like gaming. Wow, I've kind of branched off lately.
Well, now that I've said the word CROWZ about 5 times into my microphone,
you're gonna
I'll get some adverts for it later. But
yeah, I normally don't pay attention to adverts, but something about that caught my own, and that's the same reason where I heard of Skull and Bones. I saw it in a YouTube advert, and that's coming out soon.
Yeah. It is. That gameplay looked really cool. Wait. I'm excited. I'm excited to play a game where multiplayer twats are going to ruin it within days, but it'll be fun.
Well, no, me and you can create a fleet, and then we'll take over the oceans.
We'll be the bastards. There's so many games like that, like Sea of Thieves. I'm like, I'd love to play Sea of Thieves, but I have to play with friends because just people online are idiots. I just can't do it. I can't do it. If we could find enough people, it'd be fine. But the thing I like about Skull and Bones is that we'll have our own ship, Yeah,
and then we can
with our own ships. That'll be fun.
And we can choose like different ships, like different classes of
ships.
Exactly.
We could do different. You can actually build a feasible working fleet with you
need some brigs, you need some frigates, you need some big man of wars, maybe some schooners and skiffs. Small, fast ones.
Yeah.
I think personally, I'll go with a frigate. It's not
somewhere
as big as a man of war.
Yeah,
it's not as big as a man of war, but it's a bit faster. Yeah, I think I'd go with that, or a brig. Like,
I'm assuming you can have AI ships with you as well if you build your fleet out. So hopefully we could between us.
I don't know. I hope so.
It'd be cool if you can.
What would you go for? What ship would you go for?
I think I'd go the same as you. I think I would go. I'd go that mid-range kind of speed. Yeah, I kind of like having a bit of speed. And a bit of
frigate's got like a lot of power. Not the fastest, as much as not slow.
As much as I love the big old man of wars and stuff, they are just massive targets ultimately.
Well, they're like floating castles, basically.
Yeah, exactly. So, probably the same as you, but it very much depends, because if we're actually, if we're limited to one ship, like if I can't also have an AI fleet of my own to join your fleet, if it's just one ship each, then I would probably just sensibly try and find ships that complement each other. So if you went for the frigate, maybe I would go for the man of war, just so that we could.
Work as a team. I could go in, draw fire, and when you get close enough, you can just absolutely rain hell on them.
Mm-hmm.
But I reckon 2 frigates would also work.
Yeah.
Because I think you can have AI ships.
I think otherwise that's what it looked like in the trailer, but it's hard to tell from a trailer. I do love that you've got to keep your crew happy and they can mutiny and stuff as well. That's pretty fun.
Yeah. As I say, if you don't have AI ships, then you're going to have to be one of them people with like 30 friends that actually get on the same game at the same time, which is...
Well, that is my worry, because that is exactly my fear for that game falling apart within the first month, is just people will just clan up and then it will just be impossible to play.
Well, I reckon if we did both...
I'm sure we could find people, though, you know.
Yeah, even if it was just us and both in frigates, I'm pretty sure, or like a frigate and a man of war, I reckon we could still be quite terrible.
I reckon we'd do all right. We'd do all right. It looks fun.
Yeah.
But yeah,
a pirate hat out for when I stream that.
So I've been swapping between games that like kind of on the surface are very similar. In Red Dead Redemption 2.
Just picturing Redneck Redemption now.
I was thinking of, for some reason, Redneck Rampage came into my head, and I don't know why, just suddenly came in. It just shot in there. A game from the mid '90s, late '90s. No, Red Dead Redemption 2 and Days Gone. Obviously, Red Dead is the Western game made by Rockstar, and Days Gone is the PlayStation 4 exclusive, the post-apocalyptic zombie game where you basically ride around on a bike, and it's just a horrible rip-off of The Walking Dead. But it's fun, it's a lot of fun.
I kind of liked it.
I love it. I love Days Gone. I actually think it... I mean, the thing is, I've got the PC version, which they've actually done a lot of work to patch and fix a lot of the issues that people had with the PS4 version. So I don't know, those original criticisms might have been valid, but I actually think Days Gone is a really fun game. It's
wasn't
cool.
it was back when I was playing it back on like PS4 like last year sometime, wasn't I the one that got you to get Days Gone?
No, my housemate. Well, it might have been you as well, but my housemate had Days Gone on PS4, and he was like, "Dude, when it comes to PC, you need to get it. It's really good." So,
I remember I was talking about it on the podcast because I was playing it, and you were like, "That sounds actually pretty cool," and I was like, "Get it."
But yeah, so it's really good fun. I think it is a shameless ripoff. You're clearly playing as Daryl, but they couldn't call it Daryl. But the actual story is pretty fun. It's kind of cookie cutter, but it's fun. But the world is awesome, and the survival stuff. It's got like basic survival mechanics, but I really love things like running out of fuel. And I sometimes find with these games, it's like the story. It's not necessarily the mission that you're sent on, but the story that kind of happens organically, like you run out of fuel somewhere,
for sure,
you've got to find some fuel and survive a horde suddenly turns
up. The fucking hordes, Jesus,
so much fun.
It goes from like 0 to 1,000 in a split of a second.
and like when you've just got to do a simple mission, but then a horde just shows up and you're like, okay, now I have to do this mission super stealthy, otherwise I'm screwed. I really like it. I really love all that. And then obviously,
I love it, but it's there. The first time you ever encounter a horde, you're like, oh fuck the hell.
Well, the first time I encountered a horde, I was like, okay, I'll take them out. And then I was like, oh no, actually, I can't take them out.
I will not come out of this alive if I try that.
Now, I'm pretty sure you can. Like, I've seen some parts of the game where it's like, this is clearly set up with like explosives in like key areas where I'm like, I guess you could, but I haven't tried yet. I haven't gone up against a horde to like be like, right, I'm gonna take out this horde properly and like plan
I tried.
It.
Didn't work.
I think my housemate did. I think he got pretty. I mean, he's completed the game like almost 100% of it. I think in the end, he went.
Oh
around.
wow!
He cleared all the nests. He did everything. He's like literally did everything. Yeah, I'm really enjoying Days Gone. I kind of keep coming back to it from time to time, and then kind of disappearing for long periods. And similarly,
I need to get it. I need to get it on PC.
It's great fun. It anymore. It's really good fun. And similarly, Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm back in now, playing through the story and absolutely loving. Loving the story of Red Dead 2. It took a while to get going and to grab me, because at first I was kind of like, I'm not sure about the character I'm playing now, because obviously you're playing as a different character in this than you were to the first one, and I was like, I'm not sure about this character, but he's really grown on me now, and it's kind of an interesting setup, because you're playing as part of the gang who the lead character of the first game ends up killing in the first game, so you're kind of seeing the events leading up to that. And it's kind of an interesting setup, but it's a really, really cool story, and it's, I mean, it is a Wild West simulator, really. And it's really, really fun. So I've been really enjoying that as well. It's been it's been good.
I haven't played either of them, but I really do want to get Red Dead 2. I think it's on my Steam wishlist, actually.
You need to just bear with it, because as I know, Ben was on here before and he fucking hates Red Dead 2 for this reason. The first hour and a half, maybe even 2 hours, is literally tutorial, and it takes a long time before it actually opens up and you actually get to play the full game. At the start of the game, although I loved all of that, Ben hated it. It's very much you're stuck up in the mountains, in the snowy mountains, and it's kind of like very hand holding for quite a while before it finally lets you go.
I wouldn't really mind that, because I've never played any Red Dead game.
And also I do think the story while you're up on the mountains is really cool, and it looks absolutely gorgeous. I was saying to a friend the other day, it's one of those things, I don't know why, but even to this day, even though it's quite commonplace now, things like sand and snow mechanics, whenever I see it, I just think is the coolest thing. You know, when you're like walking through the snow and your feet go, you know, you make the footprints.
Oh, yeah.
It still to this day gets me like, I'm still like, oh god, that looks so good when you're like walking through snow and stuff. But yeah, I absolutely love Red Dead 2. I can't recommend it enough. Now that I've really got into the story, I'm like properly invested in the characters, and I want to, keep playing. And to your point of third person versus first, the thing that's really sold Red Dead for me now is that first person. Playing it in first person, I'm absolutely loving it. It's so much more fun for me. So it's like I have it in like third person when I'm on the horse, and then first person is when I'm walking around shooting or doing anything else. Absolutely loving it. So can't recommend either of them enough. I think, and they are quite different. It's just, obviously from the outside they look very similar, where like, guy on a bike, guy on a horse, going to different locations doing missions. They're quite similar like that, but they are very different in reality.
Well, you know what it reminds me of? That old Xbox 360 game, Gun.
I used to love Gun.
Gun was fucking awesome.
Gun, people forget about Gun. That was kind of the precursor to Red Dead, because it was kind of open world as well.
It was open world, but there was just not much to do apart from the main storyline.
But I remember that game. I had a lot of fun with that back in the day. But yeah, highly recommend both of them. And then
I just looked at my Steam wish list. There's like 14 games on there.
Oh boy, I think I've only got one game on my Steam wish list, which is not out yet. It's in my wish list, so it reminds me when it's actually available.
Oh, one of mine isn't out yet. That's Synced Off-World that I actually got to alpha test for.
I remember that.
Awesome.
Yeah, you really enjoyed that game, didn't you?
Yeah, I'm so glad I actually got picked.
And also now you've got a PC to actually play it properly as well, because I think when you first got
graphics card. No, I had my potato graphics card. Yeah. That I got a Facebook Market for like 60 quid. Tiny thing.
Yeah.
It ran Age of Empires, and that's all I cared about.
Well, that's it, and that's not nothing.
There's a game on my wish list that would be fun for us to play if we got a few more people. It's Bigfoot.
Yeah, I've played a few of those kind of games. I like them enough.
Where one of you can play as Bigfoot, and then 4 of you can try and take it down. I've watched some videos. It looks fucking hilarious. I reckon it'd be a right laugh.
There's like 1 million of those games now. I don't quite know what. Like, I guess they're just really popular, and they've just made like 1 billion of them. Because there's one where you can be a Wendigo as well. There's one where there's the Predator one, which is basically the same thing. It's licensed. One of you plays Predator, the others play, the team that have to take out the Predator. You've got the what was the other one? Oh, the horror one that they've got. I forget the name of it.
There's one called, I think it's called In Silence or something, where you play as this weird, like, pale blade-handed thing that you can't see very well. You can hear. I mean, if you got the right
one as well, where you could just be like Freddy or like Jason and stuff.
If you got the right group of people playing, like friends, say like me, you, and the other 2 guys that we had on Left 4 Dead, I reckon that'd be fun. But with randomers, no, that wouldn't be very fun.
I still want to play Phasmophobia with you. I think that would be so much fun. I think a group of us playing that as a live stream would be a lot of fun.
Oh yeah.
I think we would have a lot of fun doing that, because I've seen a few people play it, and I'm like, that if we had the right group of people playing
I'm just gonna add that to my wish list.
I might do the same actually, and if it comes into a sale, I'll just give you a nudge and just say, "Hey, it's on sale. Let's grab it." Because I think that would be a lot of fun.
It's 11 quid, but
okay, well, you know,
I still don't have that.
No, I'd rather not be spending money at the moment, but you know, maybe next month.
No, I've been out of work for almost a fucking month again. So
yeah, no, dude, yeah.
I start Tuesday though, so that's good.
Yeah, that's good.
There is one on my wish list that for me is going to be really cool. I'm not sure for most people. It's called Gloomhaven. It's basically
Gloomhaven looks great. I almost bought that a couple of months back.
Actually. Yeah, it's basically D&D, but just on your own.
Mm-hmm.
It looks amazing, and especially since I've been getting into D&D, and I'm actually might be playing my first ever game of D&D in a few months.
That's cool.
Yeah, I can't wait. I'm currently trying to build a character.
Yeah.
So I'll be going through the classes. At the moment, I've got a dwarven barbarian that I've made, which
nice.
I'm quite happy with. But I'm gonna because you can make loads on D&D Beyond. So I'm gonna make characters and then look at what they got and find one that I like. But I'm very, very happy at the moment with my. Well, he's a pirate dwarf barbarian. It's
right.
I'm liking him.
Cool.
Still don't have a name though.
Well, make sure you give him a name and make sure you give him a backstory as well, and give the backstory to your DM.
Yeah, will do.
Because then they will, a good DM will incorporate things.
Yeah, they can make little
if your character has a purpose, has something, goals and things like that, then they can use that as part of the story. I always think it makes it more interesting for the DM and for you if the story you're playing ends up relating to something this important to your character. I always think that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But and then the other game that I played a lot of a couple of weeks ago, and I thought we would quickly cover as like a retro spotlight, because every now and again I talk about old games that Chris has never played.
Well, no, this is the dynamic.
It is the dynamic. Yeah, you tell me about new stuff, and I tell you about old stuff.
I play a lot of like more modern games. You've got like the retro side covered. This is why this works. It's the dynamic.
It does. But I spent I went to see Mira in Glastonbury for my birthday. It was the week after my birthday, but the weather was rubbish, so we ended up playing video games over there. I ended up playing.
Well, that's not a bad thing.
No, it's not a bad thing. It's all good, right? And old school. She's an old school gamer as well, so it was all the SNES games came out, and we were played some of a Smurfs game, which is really tough. But the game I wanted to cover, Castlevania, Super Castlevania 4. Super Castlevania 4, I think it would be my second. Actually, well, I think it's probably my favorite SNES game. It's either that or Link to the Past. It's kind of between the two. But Super Castlevania 4 released 1991 in Japan.
Nice.
And then 92 over here in Europe. And it's a weird one. It's kind of effectively like a remake of the first Castlevania, although they did modify the story slightly to make it so that it happens after the second game. So they kind of like amended it over here. But yeah, it's set in 1691, and you play as Simon Belmont from the Belmont clan, who have like opposed Dracula throughout history. And the story is that like once every 100 years or so, Dracula returns, and obviously whoever is the latest in the Belmont clan is like going to fight him. And in this case, it's Simon, and Dracula's castle's appeared in a small village, and it's been kind of overrun with creatures, and it's up to you to go and defeat them. All
I know of Castlevania is like Danny from the Game Grumps and Ninja Sex Party. They started a band with Aaron from the Game Grumps. Called Starbomb.
I don't know any of these people, Chris. I appreciate you. Well, people listening might. I don't know. I'm just like, who are these people?
You don't know the Game Grumps?
I know of them.
Yeah, but basically both of them started a band called Starbomb that all of their songs are comedy songs about games.
Oh,
and
cool.
they do a song called Crashylvania. It's about Dracula just crashing a party.
Oh, okay.
No, it's all about Simon Belmont crashing a party of all Dracula and his monster friends, and it's quite funny.
Okay.
But yeah, that's all I know of Castlevania. I've never played it, never had a console that could play it.
Yeah, no, it's well, I've been a fan of Castlevania since the first one on the NES. A huge Castlevania fan. But I think, it would be between Castlevania 4 and Symphony of the Night on PS1 as my two favorite Castlevania games. Goes back and forth.
I've heard a lot of good things about Symphony of the Night.
It's the best PlayStation 1 game ever made, in my opinion.
Yeah,
that is saying something, given the PS1 and the amount of games that came out on it. But Castlevania Symphony of the Night, in my opinion, is the best PlayStation 1 game, in my opinion.
No, I've heard a lot of good things about Symphony of the Night.
Yeah, it's fantastic. But Super Castlevania 4 gives it a good run for its money. It improves upon a lot that you had in the NES game. You've got far better controls this time around. You can use the whip in 8 different directions and stuff, whereas before it was always just whip forward. You can block things with your whip. You can control Simon a lot better now. Like when he's jumping, you can control him a little bit, and you can control him better on the stairs and stuff like that. And obviously having more buttons on the SNES than you did on the NES, your alternative weapon, your kind of secondary weapon, is actually linked to a different button altogether now, whereas before it had to be a combination. So just, it's refined. It's like the original Castlevania refined with incredible graphics for the time, parallax scrolling and some 3D rotating sections that, as a kid, blew my fucking mind. Nowadays it doesn't look like much, but this was pushing the SNES to its limits. There's slowdown. It is pushing it that far. And one of the best soundtracks of all time. Again, probably only beaten by Symphony of the Night on the PS1. But it is one of the best examples of SNES music, in my opinion. It's amazing. So yeah, we ended up playing hours and hours of Castlevania 4. Didn't complete it, but I think we got reasonably far, and then she kept playing after I left, so she got even further. But
we should get her on the podcast.
Yeah, she's been on the X-Curse a couple of times. We're planning another episode soon. Going to talk about diet. It's going to be fun.
Let's get her on the icons. Why not?
Yeah, we'll do that. We can talk about King's Quest then. We can hijack the Icons of Sid to talk about King's Quest and old games. It'll be great.
What is King's Quest?
Well, you'll find out.
Okay, all right then.
It's the
keep your secrets then.
Point and click adventure games, early Sierra games, really good fun.
Sort of point and click game that I've been playing. I think we talked about it when we streamed the Forest, but I don't know if we talked about it on here.
Yeah.
Diablo Immortal. I've been playing that as well.
We covered it on the last podcast.
Did we?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. But how are you getting on with it? You still playing?
Yeah, I'm still playing. I'm still loving it. A lot of people don't like it for some reason. I'm just like, this is great.
You've not played Diablo before?
No, I haven't.
So that I would imagine that people's kind of opinions are coloured by the Diablo games they love, and now they've come to Immortal and it's not the Diablo they love. Whereas for you, you're coming in blind and you're just like, hey, this is a fun game, I'm enjoying it, because Diablo players get into the lore, they get into all of that stuff, and then if this game's not following that, or it's kind of messing with things, they're probably going to get annoyed about it. I don't know. I'm a huge Diablo fan. I've not played Immortal at all though, so I have no opinion, but it looks kind of cool.
I'm only playing it because it's, say if I can't be arsed to actually concentrate on a game.
Yeah.
I'll play that, have a podcast on, and it's sort of like a point and click, basically.
It's an action RPG, yeah.
Yeah, but it is you've got a click where your character needs to go, and then it's just only 2 buttons for your different attacks. So for me, it's kind of a game I want to play when I can't be asked to concentrate on a game, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, totally, yeah. No,
and for that, if it fills everything, I love it for that, because if I can't be asked to concentrate on Age of Empires or Elden Ring, I'll just put that up. I'm still playing something, just mindlessly and listening to a podcast. So for that reason, I love it. It's one of those games you can go to when you don't feel like gaming.
Yeah,
if that makes any sense at all.
Well, speaking of gaming, there is not very much in the way of news, but there is some news. I don't know if you've ever played Forza or Forza Horizon.
I tried once. I was more of a Need for Speed kind of guy.
That's right. So Forza Horizon is like the arcadey spin-off. I think Forza's like the more grounded one, and then Forza Horizon is the one where they're a bit more arcadey. And they have got a new expansion coming out, which is a Hot Wheels expansion.
Oh dear God!
Complete with Hot Wheels style tracks. It looks kind of fun, actually. I'm kind of you say oh God, but then you were all for like I really want to play GTA 5 and do the races, and all of those they've like basically created Hot Wheels style tracks now. So you know,
yeah, but that's like GTA. Forza's kind of like supposed to be like one of the more realistic racing games.
No, not
it?
Horizon. Horizon's the arcadey one. So there's two versions of Forza, as I understand it. So there's like Forza, which is like proper, yeah, like you said, it's the grounded stuff, and then Forza Horizon's always been the arcadey spin-off. So it's the arcadey version. So it's kind of more, you know, I think it fits. I'm not a big Forza fan, so I don't know, but it did look kind of fun. Probably not enough for me to buy the game, but you know, it looked kind of fun. I was like, that looks fun.
You know, since I was talking about I want to get back into these GTA races. Since I got GTA 5 installed, I haven't even opened it. It's just sitting there on my fucking desktop.
Yeah, the Microsoft acquisition of Activision Blizzard is apparently going to be finalized soon. Soon, everything will be owned by Microsoft.
Oh, that's not a good idea.
Just all of it. I don't know. It's like Epic and Microsoft and you know, they're all just having a big old fight, and Sony. They're all just gonna. In the end, there'll be like 3 companies that own all of the licenses for everything. But you know,
yeah, if Microsoft ends up owning everything, it's just gonna be crap quality and overpriced, which is what Microsoft is.
Well, at this point, they own what? Bethesda. They own God knows how many licenses now and companies. They own most of them. But yeah, that's just the way things are going, unfortunately. But some good news, or at least a rumor, a good rumor.
A rumor of good news is always good.
Rumor of good news is that after Assassin's Creed Infinity, which I think is the next Assassin's Creed game, after that...
Hasn't that... Oh no, I was thinking of Unity, never mind.
Yeah, after that...
Yeah.
The rumor is that they're going to feudal Japan for the next game. So we could finally get an Assassin's Creed in feudal Japan, which I think is something fans have wanted forever. Like, since the start.
Infinity going to be then?
Apparently Infinity's going to be some big project they've got where you're playing in multiple time periods or something. I was trying to read up on it and I was a little confused by it, but apparently it's something they're planning.
Because I swear I read somewhere that Assassin's Creed are going to do fucking Aztec.
I think that's another one that people have wanted for a long time. I'd love an Aztec game. That'd be really fun if they did.
Oh yeah, no, the Aztecs, that would be cool. I mean, I haven't played an Assassin's Creed since Black Flag, really.
Me either, until Valhalla, which I got cheap a couple of months back because I was like, well, you know, the Viking thing kind of got me. You know, in the same way the pirate thing kind of gets me. It's like, oh, Vikings.
Yeah,
that's
no,
cool.
see, I do quite like my Viking lore and Viking history as well, and I would like to get Valhalla, but at the time it came out, I was sort of transitioning from PlayStation to PC, so all of my money was going into the PC.
Oh yeah. I mean, I got it on a real cheap sale, so eventually it will come back down in price again, and you know, just pick it up when it's on sale. And finally, I don't know if you know this because you might already know this, but apparently, all of the Dark Souls lore is getting put into 2 books. They're actually making physical collectible books of Dark Souls.
Oh, I am gonna buy that.
Lore. Yeah, that's coming out in the near future apparently. So that could be fun.
Apparently, according to my Steam, Assassin's Creed Valhalla does not exist.
It's probably Ubisoft exclusive then.
All of the other Assassin's Creeds are on here.
Yeah, but it's the newest one, isn't it? See, at the moment, I've got so many goddamn applications. I've got GOG, Steam, Epic, Origin, Ubisoft Connect, Battle.net, Rockstar. There's so many game launchers now. I used to have the Bethesda one, but Bethesda finally gave that up and transferred everything to Steam. So
yeah, I don't have that many. I've got Steam, I've got Battle.net, I've got Epic, and obviously I've got the Nexon launcher for MapleStory.
Ah, see, there'll be another one soon. I'll have another one to add to the list.
They have more games than just MapleStory. I just haven't played any of them.
Yeah. You know, Windows 11 puts all the icons in the middle of your of the window of the taskbar now, rather than normally the Windows button's to the left. It puts it all in the middle, but the number of launchers I've got now is pushing it slowly out to where it's just going to end up where it started anyway. Especially with things like MapleStory having their own goddamn launcher.
Yeah, I just opened the launcher to see what other games they've got. They've got Vindictus, which is some
launcher? What are we talking about?
Nexon launcher.
Oh, Nexon. Okay.
Yeah, they obviously MapleStory. They've got Vindictus, which is some kind of medieval fantasy game. They've got Kart Rider, which is clearly a Mario Kart ripoff.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that, though, you know? PC gamers...
What the fuck is that? How do you even say that?
Try.
Mabinogi?
Okay.
I don't know. It just looks like some mega anime stuff. So
mega anime.
Well, they're an Asian company, so
no. Is that I just like your term of mega anime? That's your definition of this game is mega anime.
Yeah, it really is. And they got something called V4, which that actually looks pretty cool. I might download that.
Well, download it. Tell us about it.
It looks like fantasy Dark Souls mixed with maybe a bit of Dragon Quest. I'm just looking at the pictures. It looks pretty cool, actually.
Cool.
Yes, I agree.
Well,
download.
we should get back to the old streaming again soon. I know we plan soon to do a Chong Games episode as well, which I will
yes,
be on the Chongcast.
Yeah, the first. I think it's been like 2 years, and there's only been one episode.
Yeah, well, we'll be doing a second one soon. But
yeah, well, me and Micah did it off because I wanted to do a podcast. This is before you invited me to join the Icons. I wanted to do a podcast, and I messaged my mate Micah, and it's like, "Are you up?" And it's like, "Oh yeah, I'm free now. Let's just talk about Skyrim."
Let's just do it right now.
Yeah, no, it's just like completely off the bat. But yeah, I think we're gonna just talk about like Age of Empires. I know we've talked about Age of Empires here, but
not over there. We haven't.
Not over there. Completely different podcast.
Yeah, it's a completely different audience. I'm sure.
Yeah, you get you get a new episode once every 2 years.
Yeah, it's worth the wait.
No, it really fucking isn't.
But yes, so we'll be back. Hopefully, we can get back into the rhythm of the 2 week thing. We've been failing miserably.
Yeah, well,
we're trying.
We're
trying.
We both had stuff going on. We were going to record like 2 weeks ago, but mentally I wasn't in a good space.
We just had a good old catch up off. We turned the microphones off and just had a couple of beers and a catch up. It was good. It was good times.
Yeah. So yeah, I obviously wasn't doing like very good, so just went over to yours and we just fucking chilled out. And
it was good. It was a good day.
Yeah, it was good for my mental health as well.
Yeah, which is the most important thing. But hopefully we'll get back in the rhythm and get back to regular podcasts again now.
Yeah, because I do enjoy doing it.
Yeah, man. And also, I'm in the middle of putting together a casting call for the new movie. So if you're interested and you live in the area, look out for that video coming this week. But yes, we'll hopefully be back in 2 weeks' time with another episode. But until then, stay safe, take care, and we'll catch you next time.
Cheers, guys. Bye.